Cash flow statement, students, what is it? First we all need to know. It is a statement that shows inflows and outflows of cash and cash equivalent during a period of time. Now the question arises, what are cash and cash equivalent? Cash and cash equivalent includes, those are number 1, cash in hand. Second is cash at bank. Third, current investments. Or marketable securities. And short term deposits in banks. So here the first thing to understand, out of these 4 things, if anything is coming into the organization in form of cash, that is called cash inflow, and that will be shown in our cash flow statement as a positive item. And if anything out of these 4 is going, that will be called outflow of cash and cash equivalent. So first precaution, don't take the flow of cash in hand only. It includes cash in hand, cash at bank, that is demand deposits at bank, current investment or marketable securities, and short term deposits in bank. So if these are coming, that is called cash inflow. If these are going, those are called outflow. Next thing we have to understand, what is movement? Movement of cash and cash equivalent. Just see student, there are some item, those are converting, in them that either cash is converting into cash equivalent or vice versa. For example, if you are depositing cash into bank, then cash in hand is becoming cash at bank. Both are the part of cash and cash equivalent. So that will not be considered as an inflow or outflow. It will be considered as movement of cash and cash equivalent and will not shown anywhere in cash flow statement. In the similar manner, cash withdrawn from bank. And third item, purchase and sale of marketable securities. So dear students, if any of these transactions are taking place, those are neither resulting in cash inflow nor resulting in cash outflow. Those are shown nowhere in cash flow statement. Those are simply movement between cash and cash equivalent. That thing should be clear to you. Third thing that is to be focused here. There are 3 types of activities from which cash and cash flows, cash and cash equivalents may emerge. First is operating activities. Second is investing activities. and third is financing activities. This thing is to be understood very well. What are operating activities? Operating activities are those activities which are principal revenue producing activities of a business. You can understand in it other way, it is the revenue and the expense relating to the product in which a business firm is dealing. For example, a person is dealing in stationery business. So, whatever revenues are emerging because of sale of stationery and whatever expenses are incurred by the proprietor in connection to that, all those are called outflow. So, operating activity is what is your main business, and from that main business what cash are coming are called cash inflow, and what cash and cash equivalent are going, those are called cash outflow. Second is investing activity. Student, please remember, investing activity consists of purchase and sale of fixed assets and non-current investments. Students, you know what are fixed assets? Fixed assets are those assets which are used for using in the business, those are not meant for resale. So, investing activities are related to purchase and sale of fixed asset or non-current investment. Suppose you are selling the machinery. Selling the machinery will result in inflow of cash or cash equivalent. So, it will be considered as an inflow in investing activity. Suppose you are purchasing non-current investments, then it will be considered as an outflow in investing activity. I hope you are clear. And the third one is financing activity. You know, student, there is a capital structure of every business. What is that capital structure? You have read the chapter ratio analysis. You understand debt and equity. Whatever capital is employed by a business consists of two parts, debt and equity. Debt means, example of debt is long term loan from bank, long term loan from financial institution, debentures, etc. And equity means, examples of equity are share capital, maybe issue of equity share capital, maybe issue of preference share capital, maybe redemption of preference share capital, so or dividend paid. So, any item which is resulting in change of size and composition of capital structure of a company, those are called financing activity. Those are changing the proportion of debt and equity in an organization. That is called financing activity. For example, you have issued the debenture, means your debt is rising, and you have issued the debenture, you will receive the cash. So, this is called cash inflow from financing activity. Second example you can take, redemption of preference shares. Redemption means repayment. So, whatever preference share you issued earlier, now you are repaying them, means cash is going. So, this is also changing your ratio of debt and equity. So, this will be considered as an outflow in cash flow statement. So, main thing and the first thing to be understood by you, have a clarity about it. Students, there are different steps in solving cash flow statement. The first step is calculation of net profit before tax and extraordinary item. फर्स्ट स्टेप है ये आपका वन एवर यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग ए कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट. स्टेप 1, नेट प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स एंड एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी आइटम कैलकुलेट करने के लिए आपको स्टार्ट करना पड़ता है डिफरेंस बिटवीन क्लोजिंग एंड ओपनिंग बैलेंस of statement of P&L. Or net profit as per statement of P&L. You have to take this thing. देखो in this question either you are provided with comparative balance sheet or statement of P&L. If you are provided with comparative balance sheet, you will be given closing and opening balance of your statement of P&L. So you have to take the difference of that. You have to start the question from that very point. After that, or it is also, suppose you are provided with statement of profit and loss, you know P&L account is prepared to calculate net profit. So whatever option is provided in the question, you have to select that. After that, you have to add different item into it. First item to be added here is dividends paid. Student, please take care, the proposed dividend of previous year may be dividend paid in the current year. Hereby we don't need to take proposed dividend anywhere. In cash flow statement, by proposed dividend, cash is not flowing anywhere. We have to take dividend paid in the current year. Second thing, interim dividend paid. Interim dividend paid is the dividend which is paid in the current year, which is declared in the current year and paid in the current year itself. I am continuing the third item, transfer to reserves. Fourth item, provision for taxation made during the year. Plus next item, any extraordinary item to be which has been debited in statement of P&L. These 5 items, in the question whatever are given to you, you have to add them. And what you have to subtract here, income tax paid. Out of income tax paid, you will subtract refund of taxes. And the question sometime it is given there is refund of income tax. So out of income tax paid, you will subtract refund of income tax, and second item to be subtracted is any extraordinary item which has been credited in statement of P&L. So, in this way students, you will be able to calculate net profit before tax and extraordinary item. I have told you all the item. It is not necessary in the question you may receive all the things, but still if whatever you get out of these 7, if the item is to be added, you have to add it. If the item is to be subtracted, you have to subtract it. But you have to learn the whole format with understanding of all the concepts. Okay, students? So, the remaining lecture will be on the next time.